Hey guys, welcome back to the Scooby Doo Forever channel. Today I'll be doing the evolution of Scooby Doo series and movies. So this might be a bit of a long video, so just a bit of a warning to you. So you might have to, skip parts of the video if you want to see one series in specific. But then let's get straight into the video. So this will be a quick evolution of Scooby Doo. The first Scooby Doo series was called Scooby Doo Where Are You, which came in 1969, the first year of Scooby Doo, and ended in 1970. Scooby Doo is a mystery based show where the gang go and they travel around solving mysteries, debunking ghosts, and having a bit of fun on the way. Scooby Doo Are You contained two seasons. People can argue that they had a third season, but it was later rechanged to the third season of the Scooby Doo show. Um, and of course, that comes along the line a little bit later, and they were going to make that to try and fire up Scooby Doo Are You again because it was such a good series. Season 1 contained 17 episodes that are all classic and very, very strong and powerful. And season 2 contained 8 episodes, but with a little bit of a change. I believe Daphne's voice was changed in season 2, and also they had chase songs in the episodes from season 2 that were like popular at the time, that are obviously not very popular now, so lots of people don't have much of an opinion on them. But Daphne's voice did change in season 2. I believe it changed to Heather North, who was like the original Daphne, and was for a long period of time. But the first season had a woman called Stefaniana, I believe, if I can remember correctly, and also Velma had a kind of a change in season 3. I suppose I'll say season 3 as well. Season 3 contained 16 episodes. You can get season 1, 2, and 3 or on DVD as well, if you're looking for it. They're all great episodes. I've reviewed one of the episodes, the Creepy Case of Old Iron Face, which is up on the channel now. But I will get to reviewing Scooby Doo Are You, well, every single Scooby Doo series, every single episode, pretty much. It's gonna take me a long, long, long time. And there'll be like unboxings and monster ranking videos, episode ranking videos. But anyways, let's move on to the next series, which is the new Scooby Doo movies, which first aired in 1972 and finished in 1973. Just like Scooby Doo Are You, it contained 2 seasons, but with a bit of a difference, with a longer run time, with on average about 40 minutes. Some contained a little bit longer. People just call them 1 hour, which is fair enough. And also it had guest stars, so like had Batman and Robin, Globetrotters, Don Knotts, Sandy Duncan, Sonny and Cher, for example. And I thought they were quite fun. The 40 minutes did allow the gang to have more time to spend with the guest stars, but the guest stars overall made it a bit of a fun type episode. And season 1 had 16 episodes, and season 2, just like season 2 of Scooby Doo Where Are You, had 8 episodes. There wasn't really much of a change. I think there was an intro change from season 2, but that's the only difference. You can get the whole set, except of course Wednesday's missing, because of legal issues with one of the characters, who voices one of the Addams family people in it, and so you can't really get that one on DVD. But you can get the almost complete collection, which has 23 of the 24 episodes. And next, the third season was it wasn't originally called the Scooby Doo Show. It was called Scooby Doo All Stars or something. And that was a show that ran from 1976 to 1978. That had 2 seasons. You can argue the third one again, which was Scooby Doo Where Are You set. This series was, in my opinion, the best series. but these three series that I've just mentioned are classic, and I feel like every Scooby Doo fan has to watch them. You can get Scooby Doo season one on DVD, but it's called the Dynamite Hour. Um, you can get the complete set. Of course, you can get the complete third set as well, but we still don't have the second season released on DVD, which is a bit of a pity because this is a very very good series. But it wasn't actually originally called the Scooby Doo Show. It was called something else originally, but then they rechanged it around 1990, I believe, um, just so they can have a bit of a different feeling and blend the whole three seasons into one big long series. I feel like I quite like that as well. Season one had again 16 episodes, all absolutely fantastic. Season two contained 8. It was part of Scooby's All Star Life Olympics as well, and those 8 episodes still not have been released on DVD, which is a bit unfortunate. And season three is also part of Scooby Doo Where Are You, um, as well, which is the same episodes that you saw before, the same 16 episodes. So overall, a little bit confusing. That's probably the most confusing one here. But I'll move on to the fourth season, which is Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo Show Season 1, which had 16 episodes in it. So this is when Scooby Doo thought, gee, they need something to, revive the show so someone can change it up and target a bit of a different audience. So they decided to bring a little pipsqueak called Scrappy into it, which is the nephew of Scooby, and he's a bit annoying in this one, to be honest. He's very, very annoying. And Velma's voice changed in episode 12 to 16. The final 5 episodes were with the new Velma voices. You can really tell straight away, really, with this series. I only had a season 1, though, and that contained 16 episodes, all with Scrappy Doo. They were all 20-minute episodes as well. And you can get the complete box set on a DVD. And then you had the Richie Rich Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo show, which is kind of like a season 2 to that, which followed up in the year after in 1980, and this had short episodes called segments, and they were Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo Show Season 2 shorts. You could call them that, or you could call it the Richie Rich Scooby Doo Show. And about I think you had three episodes, 3 short segments into one, which blends it into a 20-minute episode or 21-minute episode, because I believe they run for 7 minutes, sometimes longer if lucky. And there was 99 of these. They even had a season 2, which is also known as a different set. I think it's also known as Puppy Hour. But season 2 came out in 1981. But I think that actually was, no, they did have the 3 in 1. So they had 2 seasons of Richie Rich, and then the third season. So it's very, very confusing even for me. This one was the Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo Puppy Hour, which contained, I believe, sometimes an episode or 2 from Scooby Doo or Yabba Doo. They did a bit of a crossover with them. This only lasted for 1 season. I think there was a few episodes, I guess. There wasn't too many episodes, but a lot of shorts. You can kind of call this a season 3. I kind of like to call it a season 3 to the Richie Rich, but that's just my opinion. You can call it the Puppy Hour. I know lots of people do have that. The really, really confusing part is the Richie Rich show, Volume 1 came out, which has the first 7 complete segments, which has all 3 segments in the one, and that's just for season 1. So you still got a lot more episodes that you can't get on DVD. And I don't really know why they've done these segments, because this is really, really what Scooby Doo had its downfall. Then, in the following year, well, I think it was kind of in the same year, they came up with the new Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo show, which is a brand new show which contained 2 episodes. But this time, the 2 episodes in one went for 10 minutes. So you got 2 episodes that ran for 10 minutes. A little bit confusing there, but a little bit of a difference than just having Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy. This one also has Daphne, in it, and I think there's 24 shorts, and 22 shorts, and then you got 2 special episodes, which is Where's Scooby Doo and Wedding Bell Blues, which go for a normal 20-minute episode, and then you kind of got a season 2 to this. It's very similar, with a little bit of an intro change. It's called the New Scooby Doo Mysteries. Why did they change the name? Because this is the downfall of Scooby Doo. Because of Scrappy Doo, they knew they weren't getting as much viewers, so they decided to call it the New Scooby Doo Mysteries, which is pretty much season 2 to that. You can call it that if you want. I like to think it's something different because, unlike this one, Fred and Velma make special guest stars in these episodes, and you still get Scooby Doo, Scrappy Doo, Shaggy, and Daphne. But then you get special guest stars from Fred and Velma, and you cannot get any complete sets of these series because they were so bad. Well, they weren't bad in my opinion. They were just such a downfall for Scooby fans that nobody wanted to buy them. And you can get like special episodes hidden in like special VHSs or Blu-rays or DVDs. Like each special episode could get its own VHS. In say the 13 Spooky Tales compilation DVD, you can get some episodes in it. You can get bonus episodes to Mask of the Blue Falcon. I believe that has a bonus episode, the Scooby Coop. But all the Spooky Tales should contain at least 1 or 2 from the new Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo show and mysteries. You got special DVDs and other compilation DVDs like Favourite Frights or The Creepy Carnival or Happy Spook Day, for example. And next, this was really, really good, this next series. I'm surprised they managed to do this. The 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, it was good, but the movie kind of ruined it, which is why I kind of had it down. Plus Flim Flam, it ruins it, in my opinion, now because of they made that movie. It's worse than the new Scooby Doo Mysteries and new Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo show. Lots of people are going to disagree with me here, but just because of that movie, I reckon it is. This was a little bit of a change. They still had Scooby Doo, Scrappy Doo, Shaggy, and Daphne, but they added different characters. They had a little pocket thief kid called Flim Flam, which is pretty much just the kid version of Scrappy. He is annoying. And you also had Vincent Van Gogh, who was voiced by the famous actor Vincent Price. A bit of a fun fact for your Scooby fans there. And each episode also had ghosts in it called Bogle and Weird. They were the only real bad monsters. I mean, the monsters in this series, they weren't great either. The episodes, I thought they managed to do them quite well, seeming what they had with the monsters. The series isn't bad. It's just nothing special. And you can get the complete set of this called The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, the complete series, which is a fun little set to own. Then you have a puppet named Scooby-Doo. Personally don't recommend it to any Scooby fans because at the time they wanted to brighten up Hanna-Barbera shows and they decided to do kid versions of all the shows, including Scooby-Doo. This had 4 seasons. Season 1 had 13 episodes, Season 2 had 8 episodes, and Season 3 and 4 both had 3 episodes. You can count them a little bit differently if you want to, though. This made the return of Fred and Velma, and got rid of Scrappy. The only problem with this is there's no real goodness in it. Like, where's your spookiness? Where's your I prefer Scrappy Doo way better than this. So they've actually managed to make something worse than Scrappy Doo without Scrappy Doo in it, which is a big, big, big shock. Um, but there also is like a main character just besides this. It's called Red Herring. I've seen him in like 2 of the 4 episodes I've watched. But it's just a shocking series. I do not recommend it. It lasted for 4 years though. Then this is where we had the big branch off, because it changed. The Scooby Doo changed. I think Hanna Barbera. It changed over. It changed like different managers. It's a little bit confusing even for me. But this is where we had an 11-year break from series and we didn't see any series. Everyone was wondering if we're going to get Scooby Doo again. Then they changed, companies, I believe, and in 1998 we got the return of Scooby Doo, which was Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. Everyone says this is the best film. I can agree to you, this is the film that sparked Scooby Doo up again because it was spooky. It had music. It was the first proper animated movie, not counting, the Boo Brothers and those type of movies that also came out with Red Shirt Shaggy and Scrappy. Those were just funny TV special movies. They just weren't great. But this was the start of Future, and ever since 1998 all the way to 2022, the current year, we have got at least 2 movies a year, starting with Zombie Island in 1998, all the way down to the current movie in process, Trick or Treat Scooby Doo. And we have had some cracking series, we've had some amazing movies, and the animation change, yeah, you could argue it's not as great and as original as the old Scooby Doo, but the animation is still spot on. It's superb and it's new animation. And Scooby fans prefer the old stuff. I prefer a combination of both, but I really, really enjoy a lot of Scooby Doo and spend a lot of time watching Scooby Doo. It's fantastic. But this was the start of Scooby Doo. Zombie Island, everyone says it's the best film. In my opinion, it's probably around top 15 to 20 films, which could be a bit of a stretch for your Scooby fans, but it's the start of Scooby Doo again, and that's what we were looking for, and that's what we've got. So now we've done all the movies out the way, we'll do the remaining series. So in 2002, they decided to change it up and make a series that's very, very similar to Scooby Doo, Where Are You? They decided to call it What's New Scooby Doo. And they also used this animation for about 9 movies that came out around that time. And this series contained 3 seasons. They had they had 2 seasons, which ran from 2002 to 2004. And then the year after, everyone was wanting more, so they decided to make season 3. Everyone was wondering, they've just chucked it together. It did not take them that long to make them, but boy, oh boy, season 3 was just as good as season 1 and 2. In my opinion, it might actually be better, but What's New Scooby Doo was fantastic. It's the series that kicked it off. One of my favourite series. I have all 3 box sets. Love watching them. Fantastic. Haven't watched them for a little while though. That's the only problem. But normally I do watch them a lot. But I'm not into them at the moment. But I'm sure I will get into them. Season 1, that had 14 episodes. Same as season 2. I think season 3 did have 14 episodes as well. So they were very, very consistent with the show. It was very, very good. You can get box sets, you can get volumes. All 10 volumes contain box sets as well. That's a little bit cheaper. But if you want like 3 DVDs, you can just get them all and have fun with those. And it was an amazing series. And then in the same year, we had Shaggy and Scooby Doo Get a Clue, which lasted for 3 years, has 26 episodes. I've watched about 2 minutes of this series. I can't really say if it's good or not. I've just never got into it. It looks like it's crap though. The animation style is not good, and it just doesn't look good at all. 13 episodes in both series. I believe you can get season 1 or at least part 1 of season 1 on DVD, but I'm not sure if it's any good. And then we had this series in 2010 to 2013 called Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, which aired on Cartoon Network, and it lasted for 2 seasons, 52 episodes, 52 of the bloody best episodes. Not the best episodes, but this was a series like no other. Like the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, you had to watch the series in order for it to make sense. I wasn't a huge fan of that as a kid, how you have to watch them in order. It's kind of annoying, because if you wanted to watch a specific episode, then you wouldn't really know what's going on. You'd have to watch the whole show. But now I'm starting to realise how good these two series are. I like them now, but I did not like them as a kid. And it doesn't really make sense to me as a kid, but now it does. They're funny. They have a decent amount of comedy. There's great series. Both series are fantastic. You have to watch them in order. And the great thing is, you've got all the monsters running around in one place, one town called Crystal Cove. Everything happens there. All 52 episodes are set in Crystal Cove. Well, not all of them. There's like a couple where they're not set in Crystal Cove, but that is the gang's hometown. And all the episodes you get there, and in between mysteries, you see what they're doing, as teenagers, their love stories, being teenagers and like having fun and, doing school. It's just fantastic. And you watch one episode randomly, you won't have a clue what's going on. And that's what I did as a kid, because I never had, all the episodes, and I still don't. I just watch one episode randomly, and it just does not make sense. You have to watch it in order. And now I've learnt to love this series because it's fantastic. And you can get all the episodes on DVD. Season 2 took a little while to come out, but you can get them all on DVD in volumes, or you could get the complete set. Of course, then came Be Cool Scooby Doo, very, very underrated series. Came with a bit of a different animation style. People say it's worse than Shaggy and Scooby Doo Get a Clue. I say it's better, just because I've watched it so much times and get used to it. Be Cool Scooby Doo, I've watched it a lot. It's very, very funny. The monsters are very, very good. The mysteries are good enough. The characters are good enough. Very, very fun series. In my top 5, with probably Mystery Incorporated, What's New, Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo Are You, and the Scooby Doo Show, the new Scooby Doo movies is up there as well. And also I like this first season of Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo. That was definitely up there too. And then next came the series that have finished completing at the end of last year, and they've already aired both sets on DVD, which is Scooby Doo and Guess Who. So this was like based off the new Scooby Doo movies, which was in 1972. This time they had 2019 to 2021. This contained 52 episodes. It took 3 seasons because of COVID, but I can tell that they had some of these episodes done back in 2019, 2020 and just aired them late. You can tell because I think they rushed it a little bit. And having the 20 minutes, it is good, but it's not great. 40 minutes is good enough, but I feel like it probably had to be half an hour at least. But these were just 20-minute episodes. You feel like you jump in, you expected to know who the person is, like the guest star. I barely know any of the guest stars on this show. And you have to help solve a mystery with the gang, which some episodes do it well, some episodes obviously do not do it well. The mystery has to be good in this one for it to be good, and there's probably I want to say 15 episodes that stood out to me the most. I recommend this series still though. If you're a fan of the new Scooby Doo movies, you'll probably like this. but it's very, very different in a way as well. There are some episodes that are just shocking. Has guest stars like the Hex Girls in it, fantastic. As Wonder Woman, Batman, The Flash, Sherlock Holmes, and it has like singers and dancers like Sia and Maddie Ziegler, and Casey Musgraves. Also has like comedy legends Ricky Gervais. It also has um, plenty of other fun guest stars, and there are two episodes in particular I want to speak about that has the return of the same character, um, and they look very, very well in these episodes. They look similar to how they look in the new Scooby Doo movies. There were two episodes that I absolutely loved from that series, called the Secret of Shark Island and the Sandy Duncan's Jekyll and Hyde. They brought back Sandy Duncan to do a remake called the dreaded remake of Jekyll and Hyde. Very, very nice title there, and also you got a fun little episode with just Cher only, in Scooby's birthday, called Cher, Scooby and the Sargasso Sea. Um, when I first watched the Sargasso Sea episode, I just thought, oh, that's not Cher, because I thought she was dead, because she was like 20, 30, I want to say, when that new Scooby Doo movie episode came out, and this one came out last year, um, which means she'd have to be alive for a long time, and I thought that was absolutely amazing how she's still loving Scooby Doo. It was absolutely fantastic. Of course, Sonny is still not alive anymore. He died in 1998, 1999. But it was a fun series. You can get both sets, season 1 and season 2 now. I know I've got my hands on them. And then there's an upcoming series called Velma, just a series about the character Velma. I feel like it might be a good series just because Velma is like the least favorite character. I feel, well, definitely for me, and I feel like for lots of other Scooby fans as well. Um, she does get a lot of screen time in some series, and then again, she doesn't get a lot of screen time in some other series. And then you got the upcoming series as well coming out in 2024, Scooby Doo and the Mystery Pups. Looks like it could be similar to a pup named Scooby Doo, possibly in a way, but it won't be that fun to watch in my opinion. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this long video about the evolution of Scooby Doo. Hope you like the video. Tune into some more videos. This is a bit of a fun video. Well, it was for me. I know Scooby Doo is a big, big, big thing and a big topic, and probably the most loved show on Hanna-Barbera. And well, you got plenty of movies, plenty of series. Recommend watching Scooby Doo. It's a fun series. I've watched Scooby Doo since when I'm 4 or 5 at least, and I'm still love it. And now I'm even reviewing it and watching at least an episode a day at the moment, reviewing it. But yeah, this video will air just after the creepy case of Old Iron Face. So go check that video out as well. And yeah, please like, subscribe, tune into some more content coming out on the channel soon.